Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. But I'm not saying you go and sleep because I'm saying good night. It's just a way of greeting you because at your place it's at night, because this is a global meeting and we want to appreciate each one of you for joining this session today as we continue from where we stopped last week. Remember, we were talking about the green STEM education for sustainable development. So, and we were not able to finish, but we will now finish today. So we are going to take you through briefly what we did and then continue from where we stopped. And so before we go further, let me request our friend and brother Kevin Otieno to pray for us.
Thank you, Daktari. May we believe and pray. Almighty Father, we come before you this particular evening to say thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for the organizers of this webinar. May you guide them, bless and grant them enough wisdom to lead us in this important session. Be with us from this start to the end. I pray this short prayer, trusting and believing in the name of our God. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Kevin. We usually appreciate the fact that this webinar was not just started, it was started through a vision. And that is why we have to recognize the presence of God amidst us. As we start, even as we end, we have to thank God for enabling us to go through the session safely. So people start their meetings differently. There are those that start with prayer. There are those that start with, what is it called? Some exercises like breathing exercises. There are those that can start with the dance. Depending on whichever way you want to start your meeting, for us, we start with prayer. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. And I want to thank the facilitators who've been working with us and who are still with us and who are ready to continue supporting us. And I want to thank the global family for being part of these training and learning sessions. So today we have been blessed to have great people from all over the world. Maybe I will just mention one or two to say hi to us. Because of the great work that they are doing, maybe they can say something about what they are doing. I saw Shamila in the meeting. Shamila, please unmute yourself, say hi. I want people to know about our cup. just 1 minute, just 1 minute.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. It is now just after 11:30 p.m. in Cambodia. That's where I am right now. And that is why I don't have my camera on at the moment, but I'm going to listen to the session and be inspired. So I am the founder of the Princess D Loni Menstrual Cup. It is a sustainable solution for menstruation to keep girls in school, because we find that girls that come from impoverished areas, they do not have sustainable solutions when it comes to menstruation. And we have the menstrual cup in a strategic partnership with Leaders of All Nations International. That's Prof. Caroline Mokaka and Loni. And we also have our ambassadors like our MC today. So thank you so much for joining and just keeping girls in school and making a huge difference and an impact. And I hope to see all of you in Kenya in July next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamila. We'll get a session just to talk about the Loani menstrual cup so that the people get to know, even from this platform, we're going to get more ambassadors and we're going to get the right people who are going to drive this agenda home, because we need all our girls in school. So
Yes,
we are
absolutely.
here to talk about all that, including matters to do with the Sustainable Development Goals, education for sustainable development. And for today, we are focusing on green STEM for sustainable development. So those who are not here last week, probably we will look at what we did briefly. Then I introduce the facilitators. There is a new facilitator today joining us. So it is important for you to know who is going to work with us. Let me share the slides. Good. And Happy New Month. This is my birthday month. So as we go along before Christmas, remember I was born and send me some gifts. Just before Christmas, Christine was born. So our facilitators are going to be myself, Ambassador Rose Chilchil, and Mr. Paul Akwabi, who is the CEO of Tech Kids. I think I should start with introducing the facilitators. Let me just introduce the facilitators, starting with Rose Chirchir. Shortly, yeah. Rose Chepkemoi Chirchir is a global schools advocate on behalf of Global Schools Program, an initiative of the UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network. She serves as a local advocate of the program and works in motivating teachers to integrate education for sustainable development into lessons and all activities in the school within her school, especially in Kenya. She is also a Loani, a menstrual cup ambassador. She is a teacher of English and literature at Kapkelei Secondary School, Sotik Sub-County, Bomet County in Kenya. She is a mentor and loves working in cultivating virtues in students, student leaders and school leadership. She's a mother of 3 and venturing into drama and music festivals as a trainer and adjudicator. She works with like-minded people to develop advocates of encouraging farmers on farm-based record keeping. Apparently, last week, she invited me to one of her meetings, and let me tell you, when you get these links, just join those meetings. It was a great learning session for me. And so let me request Ambassador Rose to just say hi. Please, and sorry, unmute yourself, Ambassador, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much.
You are a bit faint. If you could adjust your microphone somehow. Try again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Thank you, everyone.
We are losing you again. Something is wrong. Maybe you can take a few seconds as I introduce the other presenter. Another facilitator that we have been blessed with today, I think we are really blessed. This forum, we are blessed because the kind of people God brings to us who are selfless and ready to walk the journey with us are great people. So Paul Akwabi is an experienced EdTech and innovation strategist with a rich background in information and communication technology, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, robotics, and business management. Currently, he is the cabinet secretary for ICT and innovation at the Mombasa Youth Assembly. Paul partners with governmental bodies and NGOs in Kenya to shape forward-looking policies designed to empower and uplift young people. His ability to bridge technology and education has positioned him as a transformative leader in Kenya's tech landscape. Paul is the founder of Tech Kids Africa Academy, a pioneering educational initiative that blends offline and online learning to equip learners, capacity build teachers in technology, design and customize technology curricula and resources. The academy fills gaps in Kenya's traditional education system by providing practical integration, hands-on exposure. Paul developed the Elimu PI robotic kits, a tool that is instrumental in robotics, and LOT, hacker. This one, he loved to talk about it by himself. So basically, Paul's contribution have been widely recognized with awards such as the first place in ICT and entrepreneurship at the National Innovation Week. He has also been honored as the Innovation Implementation Partner of the Year by the Kenya Red Cross for his community impact. Paul has played a foundational role in pioneering innovation centers like Swahili Port Hub, Tech Bridge Hub, which serve as resources for inspiring innovators and fosters a supportive environment for creative growth. Beyond his contributions to education and innovation, Paul has made strides in policy, notably contributing to the Kenya Senate Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Bill. His work and insights have a lasting impact on Kenya's technology landscape, and he remains a dedicated advocate for community empowerment and the advancement of academia and industry integration through his various roles and initiatives. Now, what he did tell me, and I have to tell you, is that Paul is an Ametis Fellow, an alumni of 2000 and is it 2018, Paul, or 2019? We are the same cohort. We are in the same cohort of Mary's. That is where I met Paul, and we've been walking this journey of sustainability together until now. He has found this opportunity to just come and share his success story with us. So I'll just want you to know Paul a little bit. Then he will get a day to talk about robotics and every other thing that he does. So Paul, please say hi to the team.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, my name Paul Akwabi, the way Daktari has said. And yeah, actually, it was we met at Metis 2020. It was a COVID cohort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
COVID. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to really exchange knowledge, and also get to join this global community of change makers. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul. So at his opportune time, you get to know him even more. So Ambassador Rose, are you ready? Where did she go? Let me look for her. Rose, where are you? Chill. Okay, Rose, chill. I have to make you co-host to be able to unmute. Okay, Rose, please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, Dr. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I have had challenges with my mic in the computer. Kindly allow me to use my phone.
Yes.
Yeah, so
if you don't mind, can you change your phone to landscape like this so that you have a computer instead of a phone? Like that.
thank you.
Yeah, just turn it around. Good. So you have a computer.
Thank you for assisting me. My laptop was messing me up, and I'm really like, oh my God, how are we going to continue? So thank you, everyone, and welcome. And as you have heard, I'm a global schools advocate, and that is why we are here as educators so that we may learn together. And we are very proud of Shamila, our mom, who is also giving us products of STEM. These are skills being put into products that are being used. It is a very, very, very good product. It can last up to 10 years. So it tells you how this one is addressing even waste management in the community. It's something that is very good. So, and as we continue, we are going to learn more. So back to you, Dr.
Awesome.
And welcome everyone.
Yeah, welcome everyone. I muted everyone because we want to minimize our noise. So don't worry, like you're not being able to unmute yourself. This is controlled from my end. So in case you want to talk, feel free to raise up your electronic hand. Just click on that button of reactions and then say raise hand. Then I will be able to unmute you for you to talk. So in the meantime, the 66 members in the room, 67 now, please introduce yourself through the chat box. If you don't mind, put there your full name, if possible, your email address, so that in case somebody wants to connect with you, and if possible, what you're doing. Just a simple way of introducing yourself. So friends, run to the chat box and read through. Maybe you might get somebody you can work with, because we are not here just for learning purposes. We are here also to collaborate and continue networking. So last week, we started this journey. And one big thing from this slide that I want us to continue taking away with us is the MAD, make a difference. So everything, in every way, whatever we are doing, wherever you are, purpose to make a difference. And for you to make this difference, all these are mantras that I talked about in the last session, of which you can go and review in the last recording. But what is important, and very important, that I have to mention every other time, is the fact that for us to succeed in seeing the results of what we are doing on matters to do with education for sustainable development, then we must always involve the 3H, the head, the heart, and the hands. So in brief, the head is about getting and learning, having a lot of information, having a lot of education, having a lot of it in the head, yeah? But beyond that, it is not just enough to be a professor, a doctor, to have a diploma or a bachelor's degree or a certificate, whatever it is. It is important to see what you can do using that knowledge that you have in your head. And for you to see the results of that knowledge, you have to bring it down to the heart. And so, because it is in the heart that we have the willingness, the wanting to go ahead and implement and do what you know can make a difference. So if you bring it to the heart, then you will move forward with passion. Because if you do anything with passion, definitely you are going to do it, you are going to give it your best, and you're going to get the results. So getting to the hands stands for implementation. People, we are not here to learn for the sake of it. This is not a socializing platform. It's not just about socializing. We are here to make a difference in the world because we believe that through education for sustainable development, we can transform the world. And for us to do this, we have to go down, take it to the heart, then down to the hands, and start doing something. Start doing something, even if it is something small. When you implement what you have in your heart and you do it as though you are doing it unto the Lord, as in you're giving it your best, definitely you will see the results at the end of it. And what is critical or what is important is the consistency. Be consistent in what you want to do. When you start doing something, do it small, continue, increase until you get to the point of seeing the results of what you have done. And I've always said that even after getting those results, continue asking the questions, what if? Yeah? What if I did it this way? What if I did it this way? What if I added this to this? Then you continue improving on what you have on the ground. So the head, the heart, and the hands are very, very important when it comes to education for sustainable development. Because education for sustainable development is education that enables us to meet our needs today without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. So last week, we started this journey of green STEM education for sustainable development. Ambassador Rose, maybe you can give us a brief of some of the key highlights of what we did last week. Did I lose you again? Oh, I lost her. Ambassador Rose, chill, where are you? Oh, did I lose you again? Okay, I lost her. So maybe because I know what we did, we were talking about green STEM education, and we explored how green STEM can address global challenges like climate change and biodiversity loss while equipping learners for the future. So we started with the question, which sustainable development goal do you feel is most critical for green STEM education? So as we started with that question, we were able to define education for sustainable development, yes, as I have defined, and we were able to review, or rather to remind ourselves about the Sustainable Development Goals, which is a set of 17 global goals established by the United Nations in 2015 as part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Then we went on to talk about the key concepts of education for sustainable development, of which we said these four are critical: sustainable thinking, systems thinking, critical thinking, and collaborative learning. Together, these concepts form the foundation of education for sustainable development, empowering individuals to think holistically, to act responsibly, and contribute to a sustainable future. They actually reflect the integrated approach to learning that prioritizes community engagement, innovation, and the development of lifelong learning skills. After that, we looked at, we introduced ourselves to the green STEM education. And we said that green STEM education is about combining STEM disciplines, and STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, with the sustainability principles. This approach empowers learners to tackle real-life problems such as climate change, as I'd already alluded, and so on and so forth. Then we went on to breakout rooms where we were talking about the Sustainable Development Goals, number 4, 7, 13, and 15. And we did this to a great extent, and the various groups came back and shared their insights in the plenary. I don't know if Ambassador Ross is available now. Yeah. Sorry for that. So you can unmute yourself. Ambassador Ross.
Yes, Dr.
Yeah, I started giving a brief of what we did. Maybe you can carry on from this point.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I dropped. It is really raining here in Kenya. Network challenges here and there. So at some point, I dropped out of the meeting. Otherwise, thank you everyone who has come. We had said that you have heard the Daktari talking about our mantra, that we are encouraging ourselves as educators, as facilitators, that we need to always go beyond the obvious. That is why we are talking about STEM education, that we want to integrate, and whatever we are doing in school, we want to be able also to influence the learners to be able to be in this journey as global leaders. We need to encourage our learners to think globally, because the challenges that we are having, they are global. So how can we integrate what we are doing that is already in the syllabus, so that we go beyond the obvious and always be able to do something new, not just governing the syllabus. So that is what we did. And we said that every time we are doing and you are covering a unit, you have objectives that you want to achieve, let it be driven that whatever you are doing as an educator, you need to know which SDG am I going to select, and how is it going to influence even the other SDGs that are there. We have 17 of them. So, and we need to help even our learners to be able to see the relationship between what they are learning in class and how they can use the knowledge that they have to be able to develop an action plan and ask, what can I do about what is affecting my community? If it is a topic that they have learned, how can they bring in the skills that they have learned, and they can be able to do it here and now, so that we have encouraged them that whatever we are doing, do it now. And what they have learned, for example, in the knowledge of measuring in maths, how can they even be able to do that when they are measuring chemicals that they need to use for spraying? How can they use the knowledge that they have learned? What can I do about the waste that is in my school? How can I help the people even who are in the kitchen to have facilities that they can use to be able to embrace the green energy? So maybe we can move to the next slide. That is what we were talking about, how we can integrate SDG in the topics that the learners are doing in maths, the learners are doing in all the science subjectivities, biology, physics, chemistry, those who are doing computers, so that they are not just doing the lessons, what can they do so that they can be able to come up with videos that can be used even in the classroom. So in education, we are talking about the 17 SDGs. And to make it simple and very easy for everyone to understand, they have been clustered. And we have SDGs like SDG 14, SDG number 13, and number 15. These ones, they are talking about, if it is climate change, they are essentially dealing with the planet's climate. We've seen droughts, we've seen floods, we've seen how this one is affecting our ecosystems. When we don't have enough rain, how is life on land affected? When we don't have, for example, water in our community, how is this affecting? So this one is helping us now to know all this, how can we improve our natural capital? Like if we are to address then we help the students to be able to plant trees so that they can make the environment not only beautiful, they can also be able to improve the natural capital and biodiversity. Some people were asking, where are the butterflies that the learners used to run after? For us, we need to say, sorry, we used to kill them. But people are asking, when was the last time you saw so many butterflies migrating because of winter and the others? I think it is because of chemicals that are being used in our farms. So we need to integrate this and help the learners to know that when we talk about SDGs, we are not talking about things which are in another planet. We are talking about the animals. We are talking about the plants. We are talking about water and how we can use the knowledge that we have acquired in our normal lessons to be able to achieve all this. So another component of SDG that we need to help the students when we are talking about SDG 7, when we are talking about SDG number 8, when we talk about how can we live as learners so that we are able to directly link what they have learned in the classroom to economic and business activities, so that we are talking about production. We have companies, we have factories that are producing even the things that we are using in our schools. So how can we link directly what the learners have learned and how this knowledge that they have acquired can be used so that they can improve, even when we are using the food that we have from our kitchen, so that we are able to include even the SDGs that we have learned, and we help them to know that whatever we are doing, we need to be people who are minding about what we are consuming so that we don't waste the resources that we have. And because we are not living as an island, we are a society. We are saying that we need to encourage our learners to directly link the issues that we have in our community and to be able to do everything that we are doing, our actions, how are they affecting us as a society? Do we use the knowledge to ensure that we have equality in our societies? And whatever we are doing, are we sustainable so that when we are building our cities, the learners should be able to see this facility that is coming up here. Is it even encouraging to make sure that the communities that are living, they are not affected, and there is peace between among us, the people, and even the society. So all in all, we are encouraging and we are saying that another component so that the learners can be able to see, do I want to go and run with the SDGs that are in nature, economy, society, or the well-being? We are looking at how can learners relate what they have learned? No poverty, zero hunger. We want to look at the well-being and the health of the society. So we are encouraging everything that they are doing because they will have done all these SDGs even before they continue with the learning, and the teachers will also be encouraged to know how they can integrate. So individuals, our main aim, we want to have a happy life. We want everyone in the school to be healthy, and we want individuals to be able to use the knowledge so that we don't tell students to live like in a paradigm that they are thinking, it is only when I grow up, I want to be like this. It is here and now that we want them to understand that the science that we are doing, how can we use the knowledge that you have acquired, even in biology, to be able to know about your basic needs and anything that you need to be a happy student. And because Shamila is even here with us, healthy well-being, the menstrual cup that she is now the producer, and her family is really working to ensure that the students are getting quality education. This is one of the products that we are talking about. And it is a product of science, and it is ensuring that girls remain healthy, and even they are happy and they are able to get what we call quality education. So maybe we can go to the next slide, or
yeah, maybe just to add something small. If you look at this slide, it's a campus education that gives a summary of how best you can capture the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Just like Ambassador Rosa said, we have those that can be classified under nature, that is 13, 14, and 15. There are those that can be classified under economy, 7, 8, 9, and 12, under society, 5, 10, 11, and 16. These are goals that you can combine. There are those that are classified under well-being. That is from Sustainable Development Goal through to Sustainable Development Goal number, from 1 to number 6. Actually, this framework highlights the interconnectedness of the Sustainable Development Goals and also helps us to reflect on how our individual and collective actions align with these dimensions. It serves as a reminder that achieving the Sustainable Development Goals require a holistic approach that considers the interplay between the environment, the economy, the society, and personal well-being. And that is why the Sustainable Development Goals are central when we come to matters to do with sustainability. Yeah. However, as I've already told you, the fact that we have education for sustainable development, it is not limited to the Sustainable Development Goals, because ESD was there even before the SDGs were enacted. So moving to the next slide, where we are talking about relationships between the components of STEM. Ambassador Ross, what can you say about this diagram?
So this one is a very, very interesting component, and we are saying learning is very interesting. When you produce something, we always encourage our educators, can you consume what you have produced, because the society has needs, and it is the educators who have the privilege to be able to inculcate the right values to our students. We want them to be able to get...
Maybe Ross, you can pause there, and then I give a word that I want everyone to capture: prosumer. Because you've just talked about consume what you are producing. So prosumer means simply that what you produce, consume. Don't produce something that you cannot consume. Some people produce things that they cannot consume, and they are producing it for others so that they can get money. So that is not sustainability. Continue, Ambassador.
Yes, thank you so much. So we know that the teachers who are into science, the scientists also, and the mathematicians, these are people who are occupying a very, very special place in our society. And we have said, whatever we are producing, we need to be able to consume. So the knowledge that the scientists are producing, like, for example, using all the equipment, all the knowledge that they have, we want them to be able to generate knowledge that is scientific, that is mathematical, without any compromise. Like, there are people who do cheating. They want the students to be assisted to pass exams, to get grades, just to get awards and trophies. But as global leaders who are facilitators, who are encouraging everyone to go join this movement of sustainability, we want them to be very, very hands-on in whatever they are doing, so that the students are able to get the right scientific and the right mathematical knowledge that they are now going to use to be the engineers and the technologists who are needed in the society. In Kenya, we normally say education is the key. And then someone was asking, who changed the padlock? That nowadays people are not getting jobs, or people are just waiting to be assisted. Even sometimes when people go to do internship, they look like they have never been doing anything. So we want the teachers, we are encouraging them to be technologists who are very, very practical in whatever they are doing. And it is not them to teach, just teaching. Whatever they are doing, they give the students homework, and they will be able to use this one so that they can be able to design equipment and be very innovative and creative, so that the technology they are using, they should be able to come and we see an improvement in future. So that, for example, when we were young, we used to use tin lamps, and then we got kerosene lamps, and then we went to pressure lamps. We went to now we have electricity, and we now have green energy that we are using. People are going even to using solar. So we want our students, by the time they are coming out of the university, even if they are coming to join us as teachers, they should be coming with new knowledge that we can now see, wow, the one that I taught is better than me and is making my work easier, that the knowledge they have acquired, we are seeing an improvement. People are making fun sometimes, like when you see the vehicles that we had in 1960 and the new models that we have, why do we still have students maybe sitting on chairs and furniture that are very funny? Have we improved our classrooms? Have we improved our learning? So it is no longer just about brick and mortar, where you just confine students in a room. You tell them the sky is the limit, and when they look up, they see the roof. We want to go out of doing things and going beyond the obvious, come up with videos.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And maybe to just add to what Ambassador Rose has just told us, these are the 4 components of STEM. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, these are the 4 components of STEM. As she has said, we have the scientists and mathematicians who generate the foundational scientific and mathematical knowledge. This knowledge is really very essential for understanding and solving complex problems. She's also talked about the needs of the society, which are central when it comes to the importance of integrating sustainable and ethical approaches into STEM solutions. Yeah, and then she's also talked about engineers and technologists. The engineers and technologists take the scientific and mathematical knowledge and design innovative products and technologies that meet the demand of the society. And the 4th component is technology and engineering products. These are the outputs that are used to support society while also feeding back into the system, enabling further scientific discovery and innovation. And that is why we have Akwabi here. You're going to be amazed by what Tech Kids Africa is doing. This cyclical relationship actually emphasizes that STEM is not just about individual disciplines, but also about their collaborative role in meeting societal needs. By fostering this synergy, we ensure sustainable, innovative, and ethical contributions are taking place in the world. I don't know if Ambassador, you are back. I just stepped in because you dropped or something.
The Technical Institute to visit the nearest factories so that the students are able to see, wow, the science knowledge that we got, we are generating engineers who are now in the field and they have produced products. And then this is going to make them even to be able to know which pathways they would like to join. So, and there are 4 components. Can we continue, Dr.?
Yes, please. The key components of green STEM education.
Yes, the key components of the green STEM education. We are looking at number 1, integrated curriculum. So just like we had said, we want people to know that it is very, very easy to be a person who is an advocate of sustainability in the society. So
yeah, I will hold from there because I think Ambassador's Wi-Fi is streaking. The components of green STEM education include the integrated curriculum, embedding sustainability into core STEM subjects, like we had already talked about the STEM subjects, we know them. And then we have the hands-on projects. These are practical activities like renewable energy models or waste audits, like what we are doing at GASE, the Global Alliance for Sustainability in Education. We have a project on waste audit, and we are going to say something small about it probably towards the end. And then we have community engagement. We are collaborating with local stakeholders for sustainability projects comes in. And the 4th one is the global perspective. The global perspective addresses the local challenges while learning from global solutions. And so what we usually call glocalization, yeah? You have to go global, but it's local because you have challenges that are local that will require local solutions, although you have to source for the solutions from the global perspectives. Now, which of these components do you think is the most challenging to implement? Maybe you can type your answer on the chat box. And let me ask Kevin. Kevin, are you still there?
Yes,
Kevin,
Dr. Yes,
yeah.
I'm there, Dr.
Yeah, if you can read what people are writing, which of these components do you think is the most challenging to implement? And maybe the question why, we will unmute someone to explain. I've talked about the 4 components: the integrated curriculum, the hands-on projects, the community engagement, and the global perspective. Which of these 4 do you think is the most challenging to implement? Anything coming through the chat? I can't see because my screen is full. Anything? Any chats? Kevin?
Virginia is saying the global perspective, that is number 4. Flora said community engagement. Another, Shraddha says community engagement takes a lot of coordination, stakeholders onboarding. That is her thought. Another person, Emmanuel Ngubi, saying global perspective. Beryl, integration into the curriculum. Lillian, Joshua, community engagement. Esther, hands on the projects, community engagement, curriculum integration, community engagement, hands on the project. Okay, there are so many responses.
Okay, maybe let's start with Virginia. Virginia, why did you pick what you picked? Unmute yourself, please. Virginia?
If Virginia is not there, we may go to Andrew.
Okay, let me see Andrew, if Andrew can unmute. Andrew Riech, please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much. The second hands-on projects like waste management. Waste is a serious problem affecting our society, and I think there is need to find ways of sensitizing, educating learners at all levels, especially in the pre-university level. It's a serious problem which is affecting the global climate and even causing diseases. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if Ambassador Ross is back.
Virginia is saying, sorry, I couldn't speak, but I'm on board.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else I can unmute?
We have Jacqueline Onyango, community engagement.
Okay, Jacqueline Onyango, please unmute yourself. Jacqueline Onyango, why are you choosing community engagement? Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I chose community engagement because normally communities, there are people who have different needs and outlooks, so it takes quite a bit of time sometimes to get compromises so that you can be able to move forward.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Please say hi. That is Jacqueline Onyango is are you still the Deputy Director, KICD?
Yes, I am.
Please say hi. Please say hi. Say hi to the team.
Hi, team. I'm glad to be on board. I know I have been in and out, but glad that today I've been able to stay on board. Thank you, Dr. Christine.
You're welcome. Yeah. So we can move on. At least we've had some of us say something. Ambassador Ross, when you are there, please let me know so that I...
Yes.
Okay. Maybe before we call Paul, Ambassador Ross, is there something you want to say about what we've just been discussing?
Yes, like the 4 components now that you are talking about, how we can integrate like curriculum into the course term, practicals or activities on renewable energy and how we manage waste. And I think it has not been very easy managing people from their residential places. Sometimes in our small town centers, you find people are just throwing papers. If there is a bar somewhere, bottles are being thrown away and no one is really caring. Some animals could be walking their cat. Some children could even be, there are some wastes that children may not even understand. These ones are very dangerous. You find someone has eaten maybe and chewed a battery that was thrown away. So I think one of the challenges we have been facing even in our community, how we can now manage this waste. But we are saying never give up. We are looking at global perspective now that we have even our friends from outside Kenya. We have you in Canada. We have people like Shamila and the others. So I'm very happy we have someone from KICD. We are saying, please go global and get us more connections, exchange programs on how we can manage waste, how we can even be engaging, if there are volunteers who are willing even to go outside the country to go and learn more about sustainability. Otherwise, hands-on practical activities, we are really encouraging our learners and our teachers. We normally have science contests. We have people going to showcase in the fairs what they have done. And maybe as they look for the theme for next year and in future, let it be something that is really encouraging integration of curriculum, and let the students be hands-on on their activities. Let us encourage our students to go to communities to be able to give back over the holidays so that they are not idle. Otherwise, we want to welcome our co-facilitator to showcase how he has used technology to drive sustainability. Back to you, Dr.
Thank you so much. Paul Akwabi, please, it is your time. You can share the screen if you want. We are not hearing you. We lost your voice, your sound. We lost your sound. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yeah, I'm glad, I'm excited about the entire conversation, how it has been. And I've just been reflecting about what we are doing also at Tech Kids Africa, which is the integration of just technology to the curriculum. Now, I would like to share my slides. So I'll just talk about Tech Kids Africa, majorly what we are doing, which relates exactly to what we are doing here and the theme of what we are focusing on. Just a moment. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
We can see it.
All right. Now, my name, as I said, Paul Akwabi from Tech Kids Africa. Now, where we enhance, I'll be presenting on how we are enhancing learners and teacher capacity through technology integration. And majorly, what happens is on Tech Kids Africa is we offer targeted training programs to equip especially educators. We realize that is the best way, especially when we want to talk about scalability and to also try to measure the impact and how the content that we are coming up with also works through the entire curriculum. So we create workshops for teachers to be able to learn, but also we train learners. Just a moment. We also train learners on robotics, coding, artificial intelligence. So our vision is on empowering future innovators. Majorly, we are focusing on creating not just learners who are going to integrate into the future of work, but we're trying to foresee them being innovators so that they can be job creators. And by them being job creators, it means that we're going to have more of, we're going to bridge the gap between the academia and the industry, which is our major concern in whatever we are doing. Now, our mission is to improve young generation creativity and innovations in technology and increase engineering skill sets. Now, we have 5 pillars. Our first pillar is on technological knowledge and resource development. This is where we come up with the curriculums and also work with organizations to customize the curriculum or contextualize it for it to be able to be consumed locally and within the context. Then we have community development, where we work with different organizations, especially non-governmental organizations, NGOs, in implementing the resources that we have created. We have strategic partnership and networks. On strategic partnership and networks, this is just to increase our credibility and also to align ourselves according to the context and also within the entire community of professions. Like, for example, we have Riara University as our academia partner. We are pursuing conversations together with, I'm glad to see somebody from KICD here. We are pursuing conversations with KICD, TSC, and MOE. And I think on Tuesday, we are having another meeting in partnership with the headquarters of Google, together with the TSC, MOE, and KICD, which assist us to align professionally to the curriculum that are there, especially the CBC. Then our pillar number 4 is youth entrepreneurship and development. This is where we work with youths who are innovators also from the university, so that they are able to assist also the upcoming innovators from secondary schools and primary schools in coming up with innovations. That assists a lot in closing also the gap of the quality of innovations in the entire ecosystem. Then, with doing all this and triggering the curiosity, we make sure that online safety and cybersecurity is key also in the learning. Now, we've been talking about SDGs, and I like that we have summarized some of the SDGs that are able to work even together. So TechKid's major SDGs that we're focusing on is SDG number 9, SDG number 8, and SDG number 4. On number 9, we look on industry, innovation, and infrastructure, whereby we are creating also the opportunity for the players to be able to foster industrialization and innovation. We are looking into decent work. I know right now, even in our country, we are having a lot of conversations regarding the type or the kind of work that most of our youth are going to do outside the country. But this is because we haven't prepared actually the workforce enough to that, to deal with the decent work. And that's why we are getting that gap. And again, we as players within the industry and academia, that is something that we believe the next few years is going to close the gap. Then on quality education, like on the CBC, among core competences is technology, and it's among the core competence. So you get that with what we're doing, is it increases or enhances also quality of education. Now, how do we do this? So in one of the ways that we decided to do this is by coming up with an innovation called Elimupai Robotic Kit, which is a robotic kit that is customized. On my left, you'll see how complex it is before, and on my right, you'll see a well-designed circuit board that a learner is able even to read some of how he's able to put some of the components, like we have the Bluetooth, LCD, and all that, whenever they're coming up with innovation that is on hardware or Internet of Things and artificial intelligence. So this is just one of our innovations also within just the organization or through research and development that we use to also train learners and also continue learning. It's a cheaper way of learning because the entire robotic kit with the sensors to do more than 30 projects costs only 10,000 shillings. For those in the education industry, you understand a robotic kit is actually a bit more expensive than that when we are prototyping things. Now, I'll go directly to how it works on the resource development on the robotics. So we have a guidebook that comes with it, and through that we have different examples that learners are able to work to come up with different innovations. Some of the pictures here are through hackathons that we have had. And also on my left is some of the innovations learners are able to come up with as activities as they continue learning and preparing themselves for the innovation. that is like weather monitoring station, home automation systems, smart agriculture solution, energy monitoring control, smart parking system, air quality monitoring, waste management system. So through all these, learners are able to even think out of the box to come up with even a more integrated system or solutions within their community whenever they are learning, either in clubs or integrated in the classroom. So these are just part of the newspapers that some of the learners have been featured on, like one on the top right, that is Ahmed Lukman, who even got a scholarship to Stanford University and got a special mention by the president in 2021. Yeah, so I'll go to focus slightly a bit on teacher capacity building side. And we cannot talk about teacher capacity building and the current landscape without talking about the research that also has been done there. So KICD has done research and found that only 30% of teachers have felt prepared to teach ICT or integrate ICT in their teaching practices. And so you get that what we are trying to do is we are trying to assist these teachers still. This is on the other side of teacher capacity building, because we need to start from where teachers are first of all. And as we all know, CBC has integrated technology actually in a big way. So we have two programs that we have been running this year as a test run. And we are having Experience AI and Advanced Literacy project. So Experience AI program within the year, we were doing 450 teachers, though we exceeded and did 475. And they recorded a reach of 65,000 learners across the country. So we did this test run through in different counties: Mombasa, Taita Taveta, Meru, Nairobi, Kwale, and Turkana counties. And also we did Nakuru and Kisumu. Then on advancing computing, which is majorly integrating of just still IT on the education. So we had 400 educators who recorded an impact of 46,800 learners in Mombasa County by empowering them on the cutting edge technology skills. And also with all this, their training, we have them preparing learners into the future of work and the future opportunities, AI careers that will be coming, that are anticipated. This assists the teacher to be able to train the current generation learner to fit into the future of where the world is going. And again, all these things that we're doing, and especially in technology, we do them using now the different pedagogical approaches, 12 pedagogical principles. And this is like on working together, get hands-on, creating of projects, adding variety, modeling everything, and plug and pack and repack, because you get that there's a lot of practicability when it comes to this. And this is done also using different, even local materials. That is among the uniqueness that we work with whenever we are training these teachers. And this is simply because we are having different landscapes when it comes to teachers. 85% of the teachers we work with are teachers from public schools, to see how this is being integrated. Now, why computing curriculum? Why are we doing this? So this is because we are trying to, technology evolves in every 2 to 3 years, and we need to, even right now in Kenya, we are playing like a catch-up game, and that is what we're trying just to fit into what is happening. New programming languages and tools are emerging regularly, and our learners need to be also able to catch up on that. So also the industry standard and the best practices shift quickly, so often. And also we need to align to the industry, especially the tech industry requires change frequently. And the original profession of what teachers learned when they were in campus or colleges is slightly different from what already is in the industry, and also what the learners are experiencing out here. And you get that sometimes we get teachers telling us their confidence level are down because some of the learners are more exposed than them, so they don't feel confident to be able to empower this learner. So you get that this is just to be able to empower, prepare the educators to handle the current type of learner that we are having. Now, I would like just to get us to get a sneak peek of what happens and how we are aligning with the CBC. Anyone who is a teacher around and knows what we are handling in class, we're able to see on this. For example, on primary, grade 4 to 6, on science, we are having learners using just digital tools, still to draw and paint, label the plant. Internet search, which this is among things that we are experiencing in class and what is in the curriculum. So what we are doing is we're trying to assist to capacity build just the teacher to be able to handle coding, simulation, internet search, that is on grade 4 to 6. Junior school or JSS, we have the computer concept, ICT tools in communication, computer hardware, data safety, visual programming, and computer software. So we take educators through all that and practically involve them in the training. We got a partner that is assisting us to do also this for totally free, especially for the teachers who are from public school. Then we have the senior school, that is grade 10 onwards, introduction of ICT, application areas in ICT. These are things that already we are doing. Like desktop publishing, you get that now. This gives learners power to be able to design, come up with posters, come up with short videos. And these are some of the things that they are doing even in TikTok when they're still teenagers. So we just create now a flat level ground that they are able to also interact with or play with their counterparts who are in private schools or who are more exposed out here. And again, just controlling, being able to tap into the creativity, the innovativeness that they have and direct it to the rightful direction and in a rightful structure. Because at times, knowledge without structure is usually very dangerous to most of these learners. Now, I would like just to also extract another deeper content. Like, for example, this is, grade 4. So in grade 4, you'll get that there is a strand of maybe living things, how that we're coming up to this integration on the living things and the environment. And on the substrands, for example, plants. So the learner is able to, on the digital literacy, the learners use digital application to draw and paint, label external parts of a plant. This works, for example, even in places like Garissa, where maybe they don't have much plants, but the learner is able to envision that and use technology as an integration to be able to learn. Then, for example, in human digestive system as a substrand, you get that the learner uses simulation software, online interactive platform, and digital images to illustrate the human digestive platform. You get that this is on having a visual effect that learners understand even much better than how the traditional way of learning has always been. And at the same time, they're getting exposure levels to the computers or tablets that they usually use in class. Now, of course, we have challenges. Many schools don't have enough computers and all that. But again, we are playing a catch-up game. And if we don't start applying some of these things as early as now, then at some point, we will be having a community that will have more unemployed even youths than how we are having currently. So back to Experience AI as a program. The Experience AI as a program, what we did is on the Experience AI as a content is we train teachers to understand AI. The teachers understand that AI has not come to take away their jobs, but it is there to enhance their creativity, to make their work easy and to make them even learn much faster and be more creative. Again, something else that we also train teachers on is how they are able to detect if a learner has used AI to answer things that they have given as assignments. Because that is something that we have realized a lot of professionals, even people who are doing their thesis in masters and PhD, some of them don't know that there are ways that you're able to check if it's an AI generated document or naturally with the natural engagement of the human aspect whenever you are writing. Again, AI is not bad, but again, you need to humanize your work better so that it is part of your own creativity, but not just a machine answering a human being and you're expecting that you're going to gain much. So we tend to walk the teacher the entire journey and also opportunities and some of the careers that AI is going to face out and the nuance that AI might be able to bring. Now, within our long-term goal at Tech Kids Africa, what we are looking into and researching heavily is on formal education. And this is a side whereby we are trying to integrate on formal education the content that we are training. Because apparently we started by training kids on high AI, robotics, and all that, which I'll show you just a video shortly after this presentation. And I'll be showing you a feature story that was done by SpaceX of Elon Musk just recently on featuring some of the work that we are doing. But again, when we realize that we are focusing on high-end kids or we are molding kids a lot and forgetting the teachers, we saw a need of coming back and looking at the advantage of how CBC is and being part of stakeholders that are assisting also the national government to come up with better ways of making learning more fun and more engaging, especially for teachers, to a point whereby we are having also teachers coming up with 3D printed models like part of the heart so that they might make learning more interactive. Now, part of the non-formal learning, what we are doing is this is on just clubs, whereby we are running a couple of clubs. Right now, we are running 300 code clubs. This is like more out of school because they do during weekends, holidays, or some of them. We have partnered also with communities that are doing within the community level when learners are out of school. And this is like with organizations like the likes of I Choose Life Africa and Compassion International that are supporting learners from the community level. And we tap into that to see also, to be able to make sure that we're empowering the future learner using just technology as part of the STEM. Now, the other side is also on research. So on research and development, it's part of us developing also the content, part of us learning from the community, and part of us also engaging with stakeholders. Like today, I'm really grateful for Dr.Christine for giving us this platform to talk about this, because I believe this is the beginning of also us getting more partners who have a similar vision and objective for us to see how we are able to better what we are already practically doing. Now, all these things that we are doing have to, in one way or the other, align with the policy frameworks in this country. And we have identified a couple of them. Like, for example, we have the curriculum guide for ICT integration in education. We have capacity building as per the TSC Act 2012. Policy on ICT in education and training. Vision 2030 project also talks about the ICT integration within the entire education. National Education Sector Plan, NESP 2023 to 2027. Continental Education Strategy of Africa, 2016 to 2025. And Africa Agenda 2063 also talks about being able to empower the entire community to fit into the world of technology. Then the Constitution of Kenya and the Basic Education Act 2013 also supports all that we are also talking about, without forgetting the Kenya Digital Blueprint Master Plan Flagship Programs 2022 to 2032 also supports technology being to be able to be integrated in all aspects, because that is where the future actually is. Now, our long-term vision for education is equipping teachers with technology skills and all to improve classroom experiences also, and especially to boost the CBC implementation in Kenya. And as Tech Kids Africa, we are committed to collaborate with like-minded stakeholders in cascading these programs across the country. And every school, I've seen some of the head teachers
Akwabi, please say across the world, because
okay, sure. Sorry, yeah. So across the world, actually, I'm sorry, I had forgotten that we are actually on a global platform. So every principal that is here, or every person who's working with schools, and you feel like this is something that you like us to walk the journey, especially 2025, we are able to work together, share the curriculum and the know-how. Then by end of next year, I think we'll be back on the same platform talking about different outcomes that have been there and the best way to navigate within. So as Tech Kids Africa, I would like to say that we are committed to collaborate with like-minded across the world. Again, I'll edit my slides and share with everyone around. And we see how we are going to make learning even more exciting. So thank you so much. As I stop, I would like to share just a video, if you don't mind.
It's okay.
Shortly.
Yeah, let's see, people. What can you say about the presentation? Let me see your reactions, please. You can say something through the chat. You can do a reaction. Let's give Paul thumbs up. Let's clap for him as he looks for the video. Agnes, you want to say something?
Yes, I'm saying I have learned so good. I'm sorry.
I wish we were hearing you. We can't hear you, Agnes. Something is wrong with your mic. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Wow.
Robot car is actually meant to be like your pet. This is the code I used to make this blinking LED lights.
Technology is not just a tool, it's a gateway to endless possibilities and solutions. My name is Paul Akwabi. I'm an executive director and founder of Tech Kids Africa, which is a technology academy for children, teenagers, and capacity building of teachers. I used to be a very curious kid, switching on the radio or the TV. I used to really like to be the one who's doing that.
The name of the robot, I call it Adriela Slime.
Starting in the community will help actually, first of all, to be able to access the resources for learning faster. So right now, we'll be able to do more sessions within a day.
Today with the kids, we've done designing a keychain, just like the one I have here for Becky.
So we teach the kids to code them using block programming. We design the PCB boards. This is to play the drawing up.
We are going to connecting more community members to always just come to do their research and development from here.
Means now when it comes to AI, we also have types of AI.
So we are looking forward to be the organization that is going to connect the world as a village, every child to be able to interact with another child from wherever they are in the whole world.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is very informative, yes. Yeah, people have said very outstanding presentation. It's very informative, quite awesome. Thank you so much, Brother Paul. I don't know what to say. I think we are blessed. Thank you so much for coming on board to just share with us your passion, to share with us your success story. This way we get so inspired. That is why I usually encourage everyone on the Education for Sustainable Development wall, please share your story, because sharing is inspiring. If you share your success story, somebody else will want to work with you so that you have a mentee. Oh, I believe there are so many institutions in here that are going to look for Paul now. Paul, be ready to receive 1,001 emails from all over the globe. Because once I share this recording, it goes far. It goes far and wide. And you're welcome. You're welcome again. You're going to take us now through the robotics. Remember when I came to your office that day, I came visiting, and the way you are taking me through step by step, that is what I want these people to know, that it can be done by anyone and everyone. You also teach adults, not just teachers. I have seen you teach old ladies. I mean, Paul, you're doing an amazing job. May God bless you. May God bless you. And may God bless everyone in here. I don't know whether we should continue or just stop here because I don't want to dilute what Paul has given. What do you think, Ambassador Rose? Do we continue or?
You see, the issue of Paul is so touching. I would suggest to you we would have some minutes so that we can chip in and interject, because the concept of Paul is clear and very interesting. So I don't know from other members.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, we have hands up. So let me ask Lydia Nyawira to say what is in her heart, and then Oyamo, and then Kevin, in that order. The rest of us remain muted, please.
Thank you, Daktari, for such a very good time. We had very insightful presentations with valuable lessons to learn. What I would suggest is that to Madam Ambassador Rose and Mr. Obi, that we work towards now showcasing this knowledge probably in the next UNEA 7, which has not been done, hopefully next year, and also taking this further to the COP 30 next year, so that we can showcase to the world what needs to be done in terms of ESD, and getting to further make people aware that ESD is an integral part of education, and also is an integral part of getting to understand the basics of environmental sustainability. Thank you, and congratulations for such a wonderful work that you are doing even in Canada, and for bringing us well-informed, well-rounded guests. Thank you. I'm looking forward to meet you at UNEA 7 and also at COP 30 as we all work to showcase these very, very, very informative presentations. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Oyamo?
Thank you so much for the chance, and congratulations to Kevin. It was a super presentation. Now, I'm a student from KC University. I'm a student teacher and a co-founder member of Club Innovate. I've seen my patron around. Shout out to Dr. Mosa. Now, one of the programs we do under Club Innovate is automation and machine learning. We are training our colleague teachers on automation and machine learning. So I'll request Kevin to attach at least an email or phone number so that we get in touch. We have an exchange program so that we can propel this thing forward. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Where is your patron, Dr. You said Dr.?
Dr. Omosa. Elijah
Dr. Mosa,
Omosa.
where are you? Dr. Elijah, where are you? Yeah, I saw you actually. I saw you. Where are you? Unmute yourself. Okay. Next, Kevin.
Thank you, Dr. Ari. Thank you very much. Maybe a point of correction to Oyamo. It is Paul who was presenting, not Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you may take that note. And I want to say that it was a wonderful presentation from Paul. Paul, I'm very happy and very grateful. Just the same request from Oyamo, maybe you can share with us your contact or email. Being a teacher in one of the local schools in Kenya, in Siaya County, I think this is a very important session for me, and I've learned a lot. The only request I have for Paul is let this knowledge be cascaded to the local schools. It is very apparent that schools in towns are benefiting more from these programs. And as
Kevin, we want you to be the next Paul, because Paul alone cannot do this. The whole
Thank you very
world. I
much.
mean, we have to partner and be the mentee so that you be the next person doing it in your region and other regions.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I'm very ready for the task and very willing. Just
Awesome.
need to get access to Paul, and I know all shall be well. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. Mosa? You said hello, then you kept quiet. Awesome. Thank you so much. Maybe you can put your hands down. And the other success story, rather incoming success story that I wanted us to share is what we are doing at GASE, the West Audit. I don't know if Ambassador Fanuel, where are you? Dr. Mosa, please go ahead as I look for the director of GASE.
Thank you so much for the chance. As it has already been said, I'm Dr. Mosa. I'm a patron to
Hello, you can hear me?
students
Yeah, I mean it.
who have joined here, about 4 of them tonight. I have learned a lot. Learning is a continuous process. I am quite ready to share with you what we do. Maybe at a later stage, we can get a chance to share. But I wish Paul shares his contact so that we can be able to co-learn with him, and where he gets the gadgets for automation from, we can also get them. We have a former mentee who is now working with Chipglobe. Chipglobe is a German company that produces ESP kits. So this way we can strengthen one another, we can learn more. We are also in the process of doing a science and technology center, a STEM center at the Kisii University, whereby we can have a miniature hydroelectric wind generators. We store the best of the exhibits at the Kenya Science and Engineering Fair. We reproduce some of them. We reproduce older machines and do some small bits of electronic circuits that learners can learn on how they are used. And they can actually come and interact with the materials, make the circuits themselves. So this way, we can make learners to be interested and maintain the
Wow. Okay, thank you so much. Ambassador Fana.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much, everybody.
And before you continue, Ambassador, please, friends, please register. Today we are going to start giving out certificates. We will just show you the kind of certificates that you're going to receive. I think Ambassador Fanuel, after talking about our West Audit project, you can showcase some of the certificates. Please make sure you register for today's attendance. And also, if you're not on the WhatsApp wall, join the WhatsApp wall. Go ahead, Ambassador.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Christine. First, I just want to thank everybody for the great attendance today. I just want to talk briefly about the West Audit and what we are doing. I know this is not the day that I am presenting on that, but we are doing a project called From West to Wisdom. And so From West to Wisdom is a project that is focusing on West Audit and sustainability. our bigger objective is to have either individuals or organizations or schools which are also actively involved in waste management and sustainability. So there's one that we have already done with a community in Nairobi in a place called Kawangware. Probably Dr. Christine, we need to schedule a day that I can take you through the process of what we did with the pictorial evidence of what we have done so far. This week we'll be finishing to do the editing of the video of what we did and the recommendations thereof with the students of from grade 6 up to high school. And that's something that we are doing in one of the centers that we are that is part of our, how do I say it? It's our brainchild. It's an organization that we are partnering to spread the knowledge of sustainable development. And on this specific one, we want to have people who we can collaborate on in building the journal of waste management and sustainability. So the journal of waste management and sustainability is a project where students or members of the community, because we are working with schools and community organizations, that we engage in waste audits. We want to have a way in which when we make recommendations for waste management, we have an evidence-based background. And it's a very interesting exercise. We like for this one, we went to the community, looked at the dump sites, we went through the rivers that are just around, and then the students were able to record the kind of waste that are within, and they would really appreciate that actually it's partly us, it's partly our parents who, when they are cutting the vegetables for their clients, they just throw whatever they are remaining in the nearby streams, and then with time it's very clogged up, and then it's not healthy. When someone was saying, when Dr. Christine, you had asked which one of the SDGs are vital towards community, I'm just trying to paraphrase that question. And so waste audit, I also feel it comes out strongly. So I think I'll have a day to make a presentation on what we've done on the waste audit, and also to invite people and partners to collaborate with us in building the journal of waste management and sustainability. Anything else? Sorry, I can't hear you, Dr.
Sorry, I was saying, I mean, because we don't have a lot of time, maybe you can present some of the certificates.
Okay, maybe someone else will be speaking as I get it to project.
Yeah, awesome. Ambassador Rose Chirchir, can we wind up? Then we welcome the director.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I've realized that learning time is so short. When learning is so interesting, I didn't imagine that it would end just like that. So I think we can wind up. And I think before we do that, you can call on the people who are with us in the room to come in and join on board as GASE ambassadors. And that is what I'm requesting you to do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everyone is invited, and anyone and everyone who is on this platform is welcome. I've actually purchased a room for 300 people. So today we hit a mark of 102. So please invite everyone, all the teachers who are on holiday next Sunday, please let them come, and there is a lot that they can learn from this platform. And we are giving it for free for the love of education for sustainable development. When you are ready, Ambassador Fanuel, please let me know. And so,
yes,
as educators, are you ready?
A minute, I'm pulling it up.
Yeah. So, as educators, we have a role. we have a role of empowering our students to be problem solvers and innovators. One day I will call Paul to give his testimony. There is so much we can share on this platform. Paul, I hope one day you will just tell us about your life and how you've reached where you've reached. And I know there are so many people who have testimonies here and who can encourage others that anybody can do what you want to do as long as you have the heart to persevere the challenges and to persist and insist until you get the results. So as educators and leaders, we are central to the success of green STEM education because educators inspire learners to think critically and creatively, as well as fostering innovation. We are all leaders in here. As leaders, we advocate for policies. You've seen the way Paul did his presentation to the point of telling us what policies, what regulations are they considering as they do what they are doing. So what policies or resources do you think are currently missing to support green STEM? That is the big question that we are going to discuss next week. And how can we come up with these policies? Because there are so many gaps in our countries, in our various nations. We want to do things, but because probably there is a gap, because some policies have not been developed, we are not able to do what we want to do. So what are these policies? What are these resources that you think are currently missing to support what we are doing in green STEM? Put that in your mind. That is the big question where we are going to start from next week. So don't miss next week. Ambassador Fanuel, please go ahead.
Yeah. Make me a co-host so that I can just hear.
Oh, where are you? Let me get you first. I made you co-host already.
Okay.
Long time ago. And as you share, I want somebody from Ghana. Anybody from Ghana? Pascaline Karika. You're from which country?
Dr. Christine, could you check, please? I'm not able to share.
You're not able
Hi,
to
everyone.
share? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Pascaline, I'm from Isiolo County.
Oh, you're from Isiolo. Yeah, your name usually sounds Ghana. Anybody from Ghana, South Africa?
I'm representing South Africa and Cambodia.
Okay. Thank you so much. Awesome. I know. Yeah, good. Anybody from Canada? Are you able to share?
No, my phone tells me I'm co-host, but my laptop tells me I'm not the co.
Where is your laptop?
I'm with it here.
Let me look for you now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I actually made you co-hosts on one gadget. I didn't know you had two gadgets. Sorry. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, so in the interest of time, I'll just share one.
Yeah.
Because we have really taken so much and I wouldn't want to extend so much. And you see, this is for Kefa Nyaundi Nyangao.
Okay, is Kefa Nyaundi Nyangao in the meeting today? Okay.
So this is not just a certificate, but it's an award. It's a certificate of an achievement. So we believe that courtesy of being consistent on this platform, you're achieving something that will help you to be a change maker. That's why when you see the certificate down there, it's empowering change makers for a sustainable future. So our main goal is to create change makers. These are people who can create an impact, and I believe that we are able to do so. We have had so many speakers both on innovations and on sustainability. And I believe we are just getting better day by day. And so as you get the award, please, that is just something to tell you that you are on the path of changing the world. And we want to get those stories and to put them up for the world.
Good.
I
So
believe,
that is
right?
So that is just to tell you, please register. I don't want anybody to complain that I attended the meetings, but I've not received a certificate. We are giving you a certificate. Once you attend 5 of our meetings, you get a certificate. Why 5? Because one learning session is not enough to make you a champion. But if you get into this platform 2, 3, 4, 5 times, definitely you become a champion of ESD. Because we believe that we empower you to go and become change makers. We are facilitating the learning of having all of us get out and make a difference in whatever way, in whichever way we can, in the smallest way we can. And remember, our call from the beginning has been make the next school the best school in the world. Make the next school to you the best school in the world. That school village, the school that is in your village, that is next to your home, can you make it the best school in the world through education for sustainable development? Yes, it can be done. Yes, it can be done. Yes?
One thing that
Yes, please.
I want to ask everyone here, just please like our Facebook page, so that it's one way that we want to use to tell the world about what you are doing. And one day, I mean, the whole world should be talking about you. So just go to Facebook. You will see the Global Alliance for Sustainability in Education. Like and follow. And if you can, just share it also with within your contact. And we will grow together to greater heights. Thank you.
Awesome. And when we share what you share, you can take the link and put it in your profile. Yeah, now I'm teaching you how to market yourself. You just put the link of the Facebook page of what you have shared in your profile as a testimonial, and you will go far. Otherwise, we are so glad that you joined us today. I've already taken the screenshots. I will be sharing around the walls. If you've not joined the Education for Sustainable Development wall, please join. Ambassador Fanuel, please, if you could stop sharing the slide. Good. And we have so many people with great success stories. The last week of the year, we are going to just share success stories. So if you have a success story, please reach out to me so that I put you in the schedule. It is important for us to share what we have done to the world. Anybody else? Parting shots, Paul Akwabi.
Thank you so much, Dr. And thank you for everyone also who has joined. For those who have also appreciated the presentation, I think the least we can do is to join hands and make it happen. And
Awesome.
I'm here just to let everyone know that I'm open for all collaboration to make sure that we prepare the current generation to the future of work. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Parting shot, Ambassador Ross.
Sorry, before Ross say something.
Yes.
I've seen someone, I think Lillian says that she turned a quarry into a forest. I think that's a great story that we would love to hear. And you haven't put your contacts, Lillian Agola. If you can, please do. That would be a great story that we could share. There are great things that we have put up in line as we start 2025, and we want to cover all these stories it's a great time that we just want to have. So we share your contact, Lillian Agola. That's a great story that we want to share it up to the world.
Yeah, we will highlight all your stories in a big way. So don't keep what you're doing, even if it is in your home. You've done something in your compound. That is a story that you need to share. Thank you so much, Ambassador Rose.
Thank you so much, Dr. We have had a very fruitful session, and we want to encourage everyone to be very, very creative, to know that when we talk about waste, we have to audit. Sometimes what you think is waste is something that can generate gold. So rethink, reconnect, and reuse, repair, recycle, love the environment so that this world is a better place for the people, and let the planet be the good world that God created day one and looked and said, this is good. So we are in a global village. I feel blessed. Loani Africa, Shamila, we are in
Shamila, you just mentioned, people don't know the Princess D menstrual cup. Can you just say something small so that people go home with some information about the Princess D menstrual cup?
Sure. I wish I could put I wish I could actually put my camera on, but it's 1:25 a.m. right now.
Sorry, and thank you for the sacrifice.
No, it's only a pleasure. So I think from this chat tonight, it's been so amazing, and I think we ended up with about 12 new brand ambassadors just from this chat. So thank you so much for that. And we just want to spread the message, and we want to really cater for our leaders of tomorrow, and that is our girls that go to school. So the Princess Diloni menstrual cup is a sanitary solution. It is sustainable and eco-friendly, so it's reusable for 10 years. It is definitely the best product at the moment. So my PhD study is based on menstrual hygiene management on adolescents with intellectual disabilities. And I've just submitted for exams now, and it's going to be the first in the world. So it's a really great PhD study. I'm very proud of it, and I'm very passionate about what I do. So, the more brand ambassadors we get on board, the more visibility we create globally to create that conversation. Periods is not a taboo subject anymore. We need everyone to start talking about it, smash the shame, break the taboos, and really, really give our schoolgirls a sustainable solution. Because we know that schoolgirls walk long distances, some of them don't do sport, and some of them get so embarrassed with messy dresses. And the menstrual cup is a solution where it is so discreet. Unlike the washable sanitary pads, you have to wash and hang it up and dry it and all of that. The menstrual cup is clean, hygienic, healthy, and it's the best solution right now. So we look for more partners to come on board, and obviously, you can earn a commission. If you get funders and sponsors and donors, you can add some money as well. So yeah, looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Yes. I believe everyone would like to be an ambassador of Princess D menstrual cup. Lema Sulani, please unmute yourself. Where are you from? I want to hear somebody else apart from Kenyans talking.
Yes, I'm from Kenya.
You're from Kenya?
Yes, Merti, Isiolo County.
Oh, okay. You look like you're from Nigeria. Who is not from Kenya? Wait, I'm looking for another person apart from.
Okay.
Who is not from Kenya? Joyce Balidawa, are you from Kenya also?
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, Joyce Balidawa is a Ugandan who is working in Kenya.
Uh-huh.
So I'm with Moi University, College of Health Sciences.
Uh-huh.
And we are trying to see how best we get these great ideas into our rural schools, in our rural communities and the like. So maybe, as I said, as we go along, we'll be able to get to know what we can and cannot do. I think we've shared a few ideas with you, so we're looking forward to hearing from you. Otherwise, I'm Joyce Balidawa, married to Kenyans. I cook ugali for the Luyas in Mumias. So you'll soon, when you're in Eldoret, you're most welcome to visit us. Yes. So anybody.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Telling her we are coming.
Joshua Audu.
This is Joshua. Joshua Audu. I'm from northern part of Uganda. I know we shall share other concepts at that time. Thank you.
Awesome, from Uganda. Thank you.
So clear, the concepts are nice.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Have the brains together one day with the ideas to put up this concept. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joshua. Please bring more Ugandans on board next Sunday. Yeah, thank you. So we come to the end of our learning session today. It's actually on the dot, and I don't like going extended. Yeah. Joshua, you're breaking. You're breaking, please. Thank you. I request.
Last week, last Sunday, I was privileged to invite one of the professors from Uganda here, an educationist, a lecturer at the university. He was so positive and appreciative on this idea. So we are trying to follow up. My details you'll get to know in the later time. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Who is willing to pray for us?
Let me take that privilege as well so that I can get that blessing.
Let's have Chief. Chief, yes. Chief, please pray for us.
Good evening. Good morning.
Good evening.
The session has been nice, and we thank God for it.
You're faint. You're faint. Chief, we can't hear you nicely.
So as we began the word of prayer, we should bow for a prayer as we only talk. Let's bow and pray.
Yes.
Our God and our Father, we give glory and thanks unto you. We thank you for the gift of life, and we thank you for the day. As we are beginning this session, we invited you to be with us, and we have seen your glory. We have learned interesting things, Lord, and it is through you that we can put them into practice and achieve whatever goals we want to achieve. Then as we want to disperse virtually, we request for your presence to continue guiding us and be with us until we meet come next Sunday. We request for your manifestation into our lives. We dedicate all our projects and plan unto your able hands. Continue guiding us and being our Father. Lord, as we disperse and call the meeting off, let your presence continue being with us now and forever. We pray and believe. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you. And those who are going to sleep, have a good night. Shamina, good night.
Have a good night, all.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Good morning. Bye, everyone.
I need to pause. Where is it?
Okay, everyone. Bye. Good night.